Hello students of 10th standard, we have started the lesson that is nothing but lesson number 2nd from your section B, that is nothing but science section B, that is life processes in living organism. Today we are going to see the new point in our studies. See what are they? What is that? Energy from different food components. Various types of a food eating that are nothing but you can say bhakri, chapati, then again rice we are eating, salad we are eating, vegetables we are eating, you can say curd or you can say buttermilk, various types of food substances we are taking in our meal. From this meal we are getting the various components that are nothing but the you can say carbohydrates, then again proteins, fats, then again vitamins and minerals and fibers. This we are getting there. Now we are also getting a energy. Why we are eating these components? Because we are getting the energy from these components, and this energy we are using for doing the various works in our you can say life. Now what is there? See, energy from different food components. Today we are going to see. What is there? See, excess of the carbohydrate are stored in the liver and muscles in the form of a glycogen. What does this tell us? That there is excess of the carbohydrate. Suppose if you take excess amount of a carbohydrate, then they are stored in the you can say liver or you can say the muscles. Where the excess carbohydrates are stored, they are stored into the liver and muscles. How they are stored? They are stored in the form of a glycogen. Then what does this tell us? What is the source of the protein? How you are going to get the proteins? I have told you that we are going to get proteins from the milk, then again cereals, then again meat, fruit, various types of food components are there, and we are getting the sources from this you can say food components. What are they made up of? Or you can say what are proteins made up of? How they are made up of? Proteins are nothing but the macromolecules which are formed. See here, what are they? They are nothing but the macromolecules, and they are formed by bonding together many amino acids. That means what does it tells us? That proteins are nothing but the macromolecules. That means they are huge molecules and they are formed by bonding together many amino acids. That means the proteins are formed of the many amino acids. Proteins of animal origin are called as the first class proteins. So whenever there are proteins we are getting from the animals, or you can say in case of a meat or in case of a mutton or in case of a flesh, they are nothing but the first class proteins. We get 4 kilocalories of energy gram of a proteins. So what we get here? We get 4 kilocalories of energy. What is that? 4 kilocalories energy we are getting from each gram of the protein. From each gram of the protein. See here, amino acids are obtained after digestion. So what happens whenever we are digesting the proteins? That means after digestion of the proteins we may get the amino acids. Those amino acids are absorbed in the body. Not only there is a formation of amino acids, but these amino acids are absorbed in the body and transported to each organ of the cell. Now what happens? Whatever the amino acid is obtained after digestion of the proteins. That means after breaking down the proteins, we get the amino acids. And these amino acids are absorbed in the body and they are transported to each organ. So whatever the proteins they are, you can say, consumed, or amino acids whichever are formed, they should be transferred to each and every cell. So they are transferred to each and every organ or and cell via blood. How they are transferred? They are transferred to each and every organ, or you can say each and every cell via blood. So blood is the medium which transfers the amino acids after breaking of the, you can say, proteins. See from there, from these amino acids, organs and cells produce various proteins. So what happens here? From these amino acids, the amino acids whichever are given to the organs, or you can say cells, they produce various proteins necessary for themselves. What they do? They take the various proteins which are necessary for them and the whole body. Those examples are given from the following diagram. Now see the diagram. Here I have drawn here one diagram, that of the what it contains here, amino acids that are nothing but a skin, melanin, creatine, bones, oacin, cells, various proteins of cell membrane and various enzymes, pancreas, insulin and trypsin, pituitary gland, various hormones, muscles, actin and myosin, flexible protein, blood, hemoglobin and antibodies. So what does this tells us? See here, skin. In skin, where is the protein located? The protein is located in a melanin and creatine. Whenever you see in bones, the protein is located in oacin. Then again cells, there are various cells with the various proteins. The proteins are located in cell membrane and various enzymes. Then that of the pancreas, the proteins are located in, you can say, insulin and trypsin. Then see, pituitary glands. There are various hormones which are given by the pituitary gland. These all are made up of the protein. Then next comes the muscles. Where are the proteins located? In actin and myosin, which are having a flexible protein. Then next comes the blood. Where is the protein present? The protein is present in hemoglobin, or you can say antibodies. Excess of amino acid obtained from proteins. We know that when proteins are digested, amino acids we get. That is nothing but here, excess of amino acids obtained from the proteins are stored in the body. Where are they stored? They are stored in the body. What is stored? Amino acids which are obtained from the proteins. Excess amount of the amino acids which are obtained from the proteins. They are stored in the, they are not stored in the body. So what happens to them? These amino acids which are obtained from the proteins, they are not stored in the body. Then where does they go? They are broken down. What happens? See there? They are broken down. And how they are broken down? They are broken down in the ammonia. And that means here, after breaking of the proteins, there is a formation of an, you can say, ammonia, or amino acid is broken down and there is a formation of an ammonia. This is eliminated. What it is done? This is eliminated out of the body. So if necessary, what happens here? Excess of proteins are converted into another useful substances like glucose. See what happens? If there is a necessity if there is a necessity, the excess amount of the proteins, they are converted into other useful substances, and those useful substances are nothing but glucose. And there is one process, the process of glycanogenesis. Then see here, or you can say gluconeogenesis. Then see what plants produce the necessary amino acid. Plants are also there. Plants, what they do? They produce the amino acid. From whom? From the minerals. Then see, and thereby they produce the different, you can say, proteins. An enzyme, Ribisco is present in the plant chloroplast, which is most abundant protein found in the nature. That means enzyme Ribisco present in the plant chloroplast. Where it is present? It is present in the chloroplast. It is most abundant protein found in the nature. See here, the substances formed by the specific chemical bond between fatty acids and alcohol are called as a lipid. Now see, there are substances which are formed by specific chemical bond between fatty acids and alcohol are called as a lipids. Digestion of lipid consumed by us. See here, digestion of lipid consumed by us. Now here we are also taking the lipids whenever we are taking the meal. So they are also consumed by us. But it is nothing but their conversion into fatty acids. That means the lipids are converted into fatty acids and alcohol. That means there is a conversion of these lipids into fatty acids and alcohol. Fatty acids are absorbed. They are nothing but they are absorbed and distributed everywhere within the body. So what it is done? After the absorption of the fatty acids, they are distributed everywhere within the body. From those fatty acids, see here, from those fatty acids, different cells produce various substances necessary to themselves. That means what? Now, the fatty acids, whichever are formed, what they do? The different cells, they produce various substances which are necessary for themselves. See here, example, the molecule called as a phospholipid, or the molecule which is called as a phospholipid, which is essential for producing the plasma membrane. That means this phospholipid is necessary for the production of the plasma membrane, are also formed by the help of the fatty acid. Besides, fatty acids are producing the hormones like progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, aldosterone. See here, fatty acids are producing the hormones like you can say progesterone, estrogen, testosterone and aldosterone. Then see, and they are also forming the covering around the axons of the nerve cell. That means they are present around the axons of the nerve cells. This is present in the nervous system. So we get 9 kilocalories of energy per gram of the lipids. That means whenever we consume the lipids, we get 9 kilocalories of energy. That is nothing but per gram of the lipids. Excess of lipids are stored in adipose connective tissue in the body. So what happens whenever there is an excess amount of a lipid? They are stored in the adipose connective tissue which is present in our body.